Hello guys, welcome to another episode. For today's project, we will have to make only one yard sign, double-sided, and as usual, we will use a vinyl cutter, our Graphtec CE6060 to be more specific. We could use any of our Cameo cutters, but since making yard signs with vinyl is usually a lot of work, especially with a three-color design, and that is the reason why we decided to use our favorite vinyl cutter. Before we get started with the project, I want to reply to a question that someone left on one of our recent videos. The question goes something like this: how do you explain to someone who wants only printable decals that you only cut vinyl and not print on it? This is a great question, and that is the reason why I wanted to start this video by answering to this one. I want to share the process that we follow. The very first thing that we want to do is take a look at the design even before we meet with the customer, because we know their time is valuable. First thing I ask them is to send their logo either by text, by email, however they feel comfortable. Here we have two different examples. The one on the right, the quantity they were looking for was very small. They only needed a couple t-shirts. Another thing was that they didn't have the actual logo. They only had a picture of it. So the first thing we told them is, with the equipment that we have, it's not possible for us to get it done. I know that we could have ordered the DTF transfers, but again, I knew it was going to take a lot of work for us to make this design. I don't even know if we're going to be able to get it done. The price was not even going to be worth it for them. So let's get it out of the way. This one can be done, but we needed to do a few changes to it. This is the original image. This is a PNG. And let me zoom in. You can see the pixels. I'm going to go ahead and click on the image, and then I'm going to go to bitmaps and I'm going to vector it. It only takes a few steps, and I still want to be able to show the customer, but at the same time, I don't want to invest too much time in getting every single detail. Now I'm going to go to view and show you the difference between a PNG file and a vector file. The one on the right is a vector. I'm going to go ahead and click on the image that we already vectored, and I'm going to go to arrange and group them all. So the idea for this is to do the yellow. It's going to be all one color, solid color, and the houses as well as the road and the vehicle is going to be all the same color. I need to fix that. I'm going to go ahead and start by welding all the little details that we have here. Now that we have those, I'm going to do a color which is very similar to the vinyls that we use, and then I need to fix that to, or change it to black, and then I'm going to go click on the road and weld it, and it's going to be black. And then the same thing with this section, I'm going to do it all the same. Even the letters, I'm gonna make them all the same color, black. And the letters here, this one looks like a teal. We actually do have a teal color, but it's very similar to blue. So I'm gonna give them the option to either do a blue or an actual teal. Something that I also want to show you is like the letters, the Cargo Express. I know that they use Impact font. I'm not gonna invest too much time because there's a lot of details that I need to fix. But before I even change the font, which I can do, I'm gonna show it to you real fast. I'm gonna write Cargo Express, and then I actually have that font. And I just want to show you like the difference. Like this is the one that we vector, the one on top, and this is the actual font. So you can see mass improvement, the letters. Do you see that section here? But this is the sample that I sent him. I'm gonna make an actual video where I'm gonna show you how to come up with an estimate, and I'm gonna make that for VIPs. So make sure you stay tuned if you want to find out what the estimate was for. And yeah, so now let's go with our start with the project. This is a picture of the product our customer was looking for. She didn't know the right name for the sign, so it was a lot easier for her to just send the picture. And this is the actual logo or the design that she has. We told her that we would need to change a few things about the design. She said it was totally fine. Of course, we sent her a few samples so she could get a better idea of the final product. After she was happy with the design and she approved it, then we proceeded to take the down payment so we could start working on the actual sign. And the type of vinyl will be the Oracle 651. This is a permanent vinyl. Unfortunately, for the purple color, we only have the 12-inch roll, and that is why we are going to get very creative. You will see in a few minutes. Our yard sign is 18 by 24, and it is the short flute. Now it's time to apply our transfer, and we're going to use the Art Tape Clear Choice AT75.1. If you don't have any help and are looking for a tool to apply your transfer, you should definitely consider getting the tape application rollers. We're going to take the measurements to make sure the decal is aligned. Afterwards, we're going to apply pieces of tape to hold the decal in place. And then we're going to use the cutting knife to get rid of half of the backing paper so we could start applying the first section of vinyl. And we're going to do a dry application. We're finished applying the top section. Now it's time to do the other half, and we're going to keep on doing a dry application. We are taking our time, especially when removing the transfer. This is a high tack. I want to be really careful with those registration marks. I'm going to expose the next color so we could align the next layer of vinyl. We're going to keep repeating the same steps. You already know that. We're going to keep doing a dry application. And let me say something about this design. The reason why we decided to do it, because it was mainly letters. She had the actual logo. It was very simple to vector it. This product, we could have easily outsourced it either from eBay or Gotprint, but the only reason why we decided to do it, first of all, it was just one yard sign, so it was impossible to outsource or get it online. It wasn't gonna be worth it, and I thought it was a perfect example of what you can do with a vinyl cutter, even though I don't really recommend to make a product like this one because I mean it's a lot of work, but I mean it's good to know that you can do something like this. This is the last section, and as you guys notice, learning how to use registration marks can make a huge difference when working on a multicolor design, and if you're going to be using the vinyl cutter, of course. And now we're going to remove the registration marks. We're going to do it right away and very carefully. Thank you, registration marks, for making my life a lot easier. And this is the final product. Remember, if you want to support our channel, we have memberships available. All you have to do is just go to the join button to see all the options available. Remember that if you like this video, of course, give us a like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Thank you so much, and we'll see you until the next one.